Hi, Dr. Lani. My name is Ma Xiang. I'm from Malakala campus. My topic is curriculum change can affect Chinese students' academic performance. Students are our country's futures. Thus, the way of teaching students are important. Different way of teaching students can have different results. Hence, the purpose of this study is to explore curriculum change can affect students' academic performance. Curriculum change means find a good way to help students to learn fast. Before 2003 in China, all students will sit in the same classroom and they will spread out in different classes. But after 2003, Chinese government make a big decision which is teach students is a thorough sense of their aptitude. Before students enter the school, students would take an exam. The exam can check students' character and learning ability, and the teacher will throw the mark of the exam and divide it by students into two groups. One is learning fast group. Second one is learning slow group. This research will found 15 Chinese USP students. These participants will asked to fill out a questionnaires. Through analyze the data, I can get a result. Finally, this research proposes to be able to show that curriculum change can improve Chinese students' academic performance. The purpose of research is I want to explore if curriculum change can influence Chinese students' academic performance. And the significance is I want to show curriculum change can improve the grades. In this research, the question is, does curriculum change can affect Chinese students' academic performance? And lecture review, I use 6 lecture reviews in this research. First one is 2000 years ago, there is a really famous Chinese educator whose name is Confucius in China. He has this same series. He has the same series of curriculum change. He said, teach students is accordance of their aptitude. Different students should use different way to teach. And Barack Obama had a speech in 2010 in China. He said Chinese basic education is really strong. We should improve our basic education in America. And there are Mr. Liu and Mr. Wang who wrote the books in 2017. In the book, is talking about Chinese. In the books talking about Chinese because of curriculum change. Most of students can go to university to study. He said in 1980, the average level of education in China was junior high school. In 10 students, 9 students can go to one student can go to the university. After 2003, the average level of education in China was undergrad, which means 9 students can go to college. That's because of Chinese government changed the curriculum. The first one is curriculum change can increase graduation rate. More students have aim what they will do in the futures. The fifth one is the definition of curriculum change. Curriculum change means learning process for teachers and for their schools. Good understanding of change and clear conception of curriculum are necessary conditioning for improved implementation of new curriculum into practice. Find a good way to teach students. The last one is talking about curriculum change can indirectly improve Chinese economics. There are 15 USP Chinese students join this research. Their age are from 20 to 25. All of them studied junior school, premier school, and senior school in China. This research strictly will be used in quantitative. Questionnaires will be prepared before I begin collecting my data. In questionnaire, there are 4 questions that will help individually the correction of curriculum change affect students' academic performance. First one is when you were in primary, junior school, senior school, can you feel curriculum change? Can you describe what the curriculum looked like in the past? Second one is when do you feel it change? What are the changes in the curriculum later? The third one is can you adapt the new curriculum change? The fourth one is which way do you prefer, the old style or new style? Does curriculum change improve your academic performance? Procedures. First one, before I find the participants, I should tell them the aim of research and get their permission. When the participants agreed and join this research, I will give them a formal letter. In the letter, it will show them the time and the location. So they came to the location is a USP's library. When participants come to the library, I will spread them out in different place. So they will not share their ideas. And when they have problem, I would explain to them. After they answer the questionnaires they handed to me, I would analyze the data and get the result. And then I told them if they had any problem of this research, they want to know the result, they can come to ask me. Analyze the data. I use quantitative to analyze this data. I collect the data through the questionnaires. I could find out that curriculum change can improve Chinese students' academic performance. And I divide them into two groups. First group is the students who think curriculum change can improve their academic performance. Second group is the students who do not think curriculum change can improve their academic performance. There is only, I think there's only one limitation in this research. It is the question aesthetic of questionnaires. Is if the participants do not tell me the right, they do not write, if lie to me in the questionnaires, so I cannot get the right data through the questionnaires, and it will influence my result. Finding and discussion. There are 15 Chinese students who were selected in this research, and all of them have foundation education in China. Through the questionnaires, I can find out there are 10 students think curriculum change can improve their academic performance. Another 5 students believe curriculum change cannot affect their academic performance. The 10 students' grades are not really good before 2004. They said students' lectures is too fast for them to understand. They lost their interest in the classroom. As a result, they do not have interest in study, so they do not have a good grade. Their average grade is 60. But after curriculum change after 2004, they find out all the students are the same level in one classroom. So the way of teacher teaching is easy for them to understand. Then they can understand the knowledge, they can understand teachers talking, their grades improve it. They said the grade they improved to 80. But the other 5 students said curriculum change cannot improve their academic performance because they think independent study is more important than teacher study. Because one student said, I do not really listen to teachers talking in the classroom. Most time I study by myself. Thus, curriculum change cannot affect my grades. Students are different. Some students have a strong learning ability, but some students have a weak learning ability. The original intention of curriculum change is to let more students adapt to learning and improve their learning ability. Chinese proposal to teach students according to their aptitude is fair because there are 60 students in one classroom, and the teachers cannot to take care of each student. There's a gap between students. But if you put same level students into one class, so the teacher do not worry about all students. The teacher can use one way to teach all students because they are similar. And it's easy for them to understand and easy for teachers to teach them. Curriculum change can indeed improve performance from the level of education in China, and it can be found that because of curriculum change, more and more students can go to university and can find a good job in the future. And most students have interest, and most students they have their interest in study, and they have goal in study. Through the result of lecture and questionnaires, it can be found that curricular change can not only improve student academic performance, but also improve students' learning hobbies and interests. Each student is different, so the teacher needs to adjust the course frequently. Curriculum change can make more students adapt to learning, but also can ensure that they have a good interest in learning. The recommendation in this research is I would like to suggest the school should divide its students into two study groups. One study group is only focused on math, physics, chemistry, and biology. The other group is only focused on arts group, which they only focus on Chinese, English, history, and geography. Because math, physics, chemistry, and biology is like science. So if students who has good science, maybe they're good at everything. If they're good at arts, they will be good at everything. It's easy for students to study, such as me. I'm not really good at math, physics, chemistry, and biology, but I'm good at language study. This is what I suggest to students. This is what I suggest my school to change. That's it. Thank you so much, Dr. Lani.